Hi, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Hi, friends. How are you guys? Babe, you know what's funny is this is so hilarious, you guys. Like, I have this live folder with all my statistics and everything, and I like to have it next to me during my lives. Hi, everybody. It's like a security blanket because I never. Oh, what is this? Is it hot? Decaf? Oh, look at what my daughter just made me. What's in it?
2 tablespoons of half and half.
Half and half?
And 3 tablespoons of sweet creamer.
It is so good. Thank you. Can you close my door? Goodbye. You guys, look. She made me a hot coffee. Hello. How are you guys? Come on in. I'm Christy Faith. I'm here to answer all of your questions about that's right. Hi, twin mama bear. It's good to see you tonight. Yes. Mama juice right here. Coffee. It's delicious. She put half and half, and I think she put some sweetener in here, and I am all in. Some decaf coffee on this winter night. I live in Colorado. Hi, Brittany. Hello, everybody. Come on in. I'm Christy Faith. I can hopefully answer most of your questions about homeschooling. I'm here with my decaf coffee. What are you drinking tonight? Let me take a sip. I'm so happy to be here with you. We went out to dinner at a Chinese restaurant, and so there was no kitchen cleanup, and I'm all filled with salty yumminess. I love it. I've had a really good day. It started pretty early. Hi, come on in. I had a meeting with my publisher in the very first thing in the morning. That went really well. We're getting on schedule with the book on homeschooling that I can't tell you the title of yet, but it's pretty cool, and it's something that our country needs to be hearing. And then the best part of my day was in my membership. I did a workshop, and I taught a class today on how to thrive, not just survive the holidays. Was anyone there today? How did you feel about the class? It was so great. All the women in there are just precious, precious homeschool moms. It is an absolute delight for me to be feeding you in my community. You guys spend all of your days serving your family, serving your kids, giving of yourself. So the fact that I, in my community, can feed you, it really brings me joy and purpose. I am so beyond thankful. So come in, ask your homeschooling questions. We're just winding down the night. I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? It's just going to be a relaxed night. Let's just hang out, okay? What do you think? Let's hang out. Let's just relax.
Stacy Marie says, is it going to be up for replay?
Hi, Stacy. Yes, it is. It's going to be up for replay. That's on my to-do list for tomorrow. All of the workshops are up for replay. I don't want you paying money to be in my community and then not be able and not have to make the exact times. That's not right. So yes. And also the office hours are going to be up for replay as well. People have asked me that. I didn't think people would want my office hours on replay, but it was like everyone wanted my office hours on. Office hours are when you come and we look at each other face to face, and we're able to go a little bit more in depth with questions regarding your specific homeschooling needs, and I have some mentors in there with me. So office hours and workshops will be up for replays. Yep. It's on the to-do list to do tomorrow. Yay! Hi, everybody.
Hedzuki says, how old are your kids and how long have you been homeschooling?
Oh, I have been homeschooling a long time because I homeschooled other people's kids before I homeschooled my own. I have been homeschooling a very long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it. I loved it then when I was homeschooling other people's kids, and I love it now when I'm homeschooling mine.
Yeah. What did you guys do in the workshop today?
The workshop today. Does anyone want to add who was there? What did you think of it? Oh, good. I'm so glad you're loving the community. You're so sweet. I'm loving it too. And I have been just you know what's been really fun for me in the community is DMing all of you guys, brand new moms, getting to know you, asking you questions, finding out how many kids you have, what your kids' names are, all of that. That's been so fun because I feel like you all know me better than I know you. And that's changing now. So that's pretty cool. I have been answering so many questions about curriculum, philosophy, just already the coaching that's happening in the private DMs has been amazing. It's been wonderful to be able to really spend the time to help you guys. It's been awesome. And the workshop today was on how to thrive during the holidays rather than just survive. So we talked about boundary setting. We talked about when we need to say no. We did a little exercise on prioritizing so that we know what to say yes to, what to say no to. Also guarding our hearts, guarding our time, guarding our kids. It was just a really sweet time today, and the moms who shared were just absolutely lovely. And Jessie, who is a mentor in the community, she works for me. Afterwards, she voxed me and was like, these moms are the sweetest, most precious moms. I love them so much, and that's how I feel too. So welcome, everybody. Come and ask your homeschooling questions. Bring them on. I want to answer everything. Yes.
Somebody asked, is the founder price still ongoing?
Yeah, the founding price is until December 15th. And then I am closing enrollment. It will reopen in the spring at full price.
Liz,
And you can click the link in my bio to find the info.
Liz says, I really need to join the community.
Oh, I hope you do, Liz. And when you do, DM me right away and say, hey, I'm Liz and I was on your live. Okay? DM me right away.
She asks, thoughts on hiring tutors for my kindergartner who is resistant to any type of learning with me?
Okay, so the answer is yes, and the answer also is we got to get to the root of the resistance. There's lots of reasons for that. I mean, it could be a lot of things. So in the meantime, if you need a tutor, do it, girl. Like, do it. And then figuring out, getting to the root of that is the next step.
Lauren Quinn asked, my son is
Hi,
in
Lauren.
8th grade. What do I need to be doing to help with prep?
Ooh, test prep?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. So go to College Prep Genius, that website. It is in my bio. Jean, who owns the company, not only is a wonderful human being, but that woman knows her stuff and she has been doing it forever. It is the only thing that she does, and she does it so stinking well. And I taught test prep for 17 years. And when I met her, I was like, okay, how do you do test prep? You know, like me, I was a little bit on the snobby side. And she blew me away. She hits it on the head. She knows exactly what she's doing. And I even went to her and I'm like, Jean, your prices are too low. And she's like, I know, it's just that I just don't want to rip people off. So I just love her integrity and all of the things. She has a track for a roadmap. Even if you click on my link and then email her, like tell her, Christy told me to email you. I want to know what this roadmap is. She has a roadmap starting in 6th grade. 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, exactly what you should be doing for college preparation each year. She has a roadmap. Get it. It's amazing. So,
yeah.
Name drop. You can name drop me. Because I love her.
Yasmin asked, hello, enrollment for what?
Hi, Yasmin.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, you're not late. You're never late. This is alive. People come and go. Enrollment for my community, the founding members of my community. If you're curious about that, go to the link in my bio. Is it the first button right now or is it the second?
Second, I think.
It's the second button. And it's pretty cool. Today I taught a class, a workshop on how to thrive during the holidays, not just survive, how to do boundary setting. It was just a really sweet time with all the mamas today. Lots of homeschool mentoring, tons of homeschool community, advice, mentoring. I feed the homeschool mama because who else will? So I do. And it's in the founding members phase and it's open until December 15th. So just check it out in my bio. Any other homeschooling questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Emily Stryker says, "Who says test prep so excitedly?" Christy Faith.
I know. I know. You guys, here's the thing about test prep that people don't know. And this is one of the things that really bothers me. It's one of the reasons why I started making test prep content is there are so many companies out there that feed off of your fears and completely rip you off. If you are going to a test prep company who is giving you thousands of vocabulary, if you are going to a test prep company that's reteaching school, like reteaching math, fire them. I am serious. You are spending thousands and you're not going to get the return on investment. You're going to get like 1 point. The thing about test prep with the SAT and the ACT is that these are not content tests. These are logic tests. So you're not going to go and study for a history test by opening a science textbook. It makes no sense whatsoever. And people don't realize that so go with me here for a second. And we can talk about homeschooling in a second, but this is also homeschooling too. So think about it for a second. How is a company going to standardize a test? What Texas teaches for science is so different than what California teaches and Kansas teaches and Washington teaches. So how is a company going to be able to standardize a test and somehow weed out students to figure out who is prepared for college? Well, the way they do that is they don't make content tests. They make logic tests. They make critical thinking tests. Because anyone can do well on them, regardless of the content that they have learned in school. So, like I said in the most recent viral TikTok, you don't need to know a lick of science to ace the science section of the ACT. You don't. So that's the thing about test prep is that you need to study the test itself. The other cool thing that I think is encouraging is that these tests are standardized. So every single student who takes these tests, they need to be exposed to the same exact logical problems. Otherwise, there's no way that it's equal and there's no way that these tests are fair. They have to be exposed to the same logical problems. So they show up in different forms, but they're still the same questions, just dressed up differently. So you can learn those questions. You can master the logic of these tests. So I hate to say it, but it is a game. It just is. But it's not a bad thing to learn the game because it's just going to make you a better thinker. It's going to make you a better critical thinker. So, okay. Yes.
Great. Okay. So, yeah, lots of good questions. So, Lauren, thanks for everything you do. We are at the start of my homeschool journey.
Oh, Lauren, good. Did you grab my free 26-page How to Homeschool guide? Grab that if you haven't. There's so much in there that'll help you. So maybe you've already started and you don't need that, and that's fine. But I at least want you to know it's there and it's completely free.
Jay Martinez says, I remember when I first started homeschooling, I didn't know where to begin. And with your videos, I learned so much.
Oh, thank you so much. That warms my heart.
And Lauren
that really encourages me tonight. Thank you.
And Lauren says, yes, I did. That's where I started.
Oh, good, Lauren. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Now, Lauren, are you in your first year? Is she in her first year?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and have you joined my community? No pressure. I'm just curious if you're in there. There's a couple Laurens already. Okay.
She's 4 months in.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Tiana, can you go over the different types of homeschooling?
I can, Tiana, and I would be happy to. I'm going to do this in my book. It's very fresh. So there are 6 types of homeschooling, and briefly, I will go from more structured to least structured. How about that? I would say the most structured form of homeschooling is what we would call traditional homeschooling. That is more, if you were to think of it, it's more like replicating public school at home, where you have discrete subjects and each subject is separated into units of time, like an hour on science, an hour on history, an hour, whatever. That's more of traditional homeschool. You can basically replicate what happens in the system and do it at home. And there is nothing wrong with that. I support all types of homeschooling. There's lots of reasons to be a traditional homeschooler. Then I would go a little bit down further and I would say let's talk about classical homeschooling. Classical homeschooling is very structured as well. Oh, did someone just join the community? Usually when I get a ding, someone joined. Okay, so, and I don't know why. I don't know. I'm scared to like silence this. Okay, anyway. Classical homeschooling, that is a lot. And by the way, I'm doing an injustice to these styles to be able to explain briefly what they are. Classical schooling is more of a revival of what the ancients believed. In homeschooling, your kids learn Latin. Your kids read the great books, and it's a lot of dialectical discussion and the study of Western civilization. A critique of classical homeschooling is that it is not diverse enough. That is changing. But at the same time, we do live in Western civilization, and so they believe that we need to understand the roots of Western civilization. We also need to learn the roots of all the other civilizations too, but that I'm just telling you what classical education is. We can go right down to Charlotte Mason, which is what I consider to be a branch of classical. Charlotte Mason was an educator in the Victorian era, brilliant lady, and she believed in kids needing to be outside, doing tons of nature study, reading living books. She was kind of the one that coined the term of what a living book is. Pretty neat. If you wanted me to flesh out what a living book is, just ask me in my life. And wonderful, wonderful philosophy. She believed kids need lots of outdoor play, lots of free time. They need to express their interests, but still not abandoning academics. And we can go to unit study. Unit study is when you organize your homeschool around a theme. Very simplistic way to explain it is, say that your child is interested in the ocean. What you do is you pull in science with the ocean. You pull in history books that have to do with the ocean, maybe some famous oceanographers or some famous navigators. You even incorporate math and language arts and all of that, all into that theme. That's technically what a unit study homeschooler is. What's interesting is I don't know many people who are exclusively unit study homeschoolers, but I know a ton of homeschoolers who incorporate unit studies in their homeschool, which is awesome, and I do that too. I would say that that's what I do during Christmas. Is I'm definitely a unit study homeschooler during Christmas because I like everything to revolve around Christmas. Let's see, what's next? Eclectic is a mixture of all of them. You pick and choose what you want. And then unschooling is more interest-led, child-led learning. You want to look at books by John Holt to understand the roots of what unschooling is. It can also be called relaxed schooling. And it is basically that you do some strewing, you let your children tell you what they want to learn, and then you offer them what they want to learn. Very simplistic, not complete definitions, but this is alive and I can't go in major detail. But those are basically the 6 types. Was that helpful?
Awesome.
And I love all of them. I love all of them. There are upsides and downsides to every style, just like everything else in life.
Jacqueline Miller.
Hi, Jacqueline.
On unschooling.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Love it. Read up on John Holt. Yeah, do it, girl. Unschooling.
Awesome.
I will say I don't know many true blue unschoolers. The people that I know who are the most unschooly would probably categorize themselves as more relaxed homeschoolers. So.
Yep. Ton, my child is in public school and has so much anxiety all the time. Can homeschooling help anxiety?
Yes, it can be the cure. 1,000%. Grab my free How to Homeschool guide. It's 26 pages and it's completely free. Now, I don't know what the roots of the anxiety are, but in a homeschooling environment, you're removing all of whatever those triggers may be. And it might take a while, but you can get to the root of where those anxieties are coming from and then address them from there.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yasmin Valerie.
Hi, Yasmin.
My son was anxious in kindergarten, and for first grade, we started this year, and it's been amazing.
Oh, I'm so glad, Yasmin.
And you've helped
Wait,
us,
are you in my community?
And you've helped us a lot.
I feel like you might be. Are you in? I feel like there was a Yasmin that I DM'd. Okay.
Nicole is over on Facebook.
Hi, Nicole on Facebook.
This gal is amazing. I'm blessed to have crossed your path.
Oh, thank you. You are so sweet. Can we be best friends? Email me. I still check my own email. Email me. We can be friends.
And Josephine was the one who just joined and made the ding. So welcome, Josephine.
Oh, Josephine, you're the one that dinged me. Welcome. I'm so glad you joined. I cannot wait to DM you tomorrow and get to know you, all about you. And I'm going to do a onboarding Zoom. I'm going to schedule one for Monday. So I will meet you on Monday in person. I'm so excited.
Juliana Shull over on YouTube. What are your thoughts on Abeka? Have you used it before?
Yeah, this is Juliana.
Juliana
on Abeka. So Abeka is considered in the traditional schooling sphere, which is basically doing public school at home, but a religious or a faith-based public school at home. There are mixed reviews on Abeka. That's what I will say. I would say that okay, you know what? Okay. Should I? All right. The moms who have the most success with Abeka. So here's what I see happen with Abeka. People get burnt out. It's way too much, way too long, can get way too boring, way too much busy work. Okay, Abeka, I hope you're listening. Maybe they should call me. Okay. So this is the moms who have a lot of success with Abeka are the ones who are willing to let go. And they are the masters of Abeka rather than letting Abeka be the masters of them. I said it. I feel free. I have nothing wrong with Abeka. There's nothing wrong with Abeka. It's just a lot of moms are excited, love it, and then they all get burnt out. And I actually don't know a single homeschooler who has stayed with it long term. You guys are catching me on a night where my mouth is going to fly. Ask the questions now, because apparently Christy doesn't have a filter. Let it rip, girls.
What are your thoughts on Bob Jones?
Oh my goodness. Girls, don't even. Did someone really ask that?
Yeah, Elaine over on
Elaine! You're
on Instagram.
Elaine, you're diabolical, girl. Don't even. These companies are going to be calling me tomorrow saying, "What did you do?" And you know what I'll say? I'll say change. Change yourselves. Stop. Bob Jones is the same.
People are like, "Oh my gosh, yes, this is so true."
You guys, I haven't said it before, so I think I'm feeling done. You know what I'm feeling done with? I'm feeling done protecting companies. So,
yeah,
I'm making eye contact with my husband. Yeah. So who's talking about Bob Jones?
Bob Jones.
Okay. Yeah, tell me comments on Bob Jones. I want to hear what people are saying.
Okay.
I need to feel like they're letting it rip too. And a Becca.
Yeah, we used a Becca for pre-K, says Jennifer Hartley. We got burned out.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have middle school and high school homeschoolers. We still unschool, relax school.
Yeah.
Free boy mama.
Love it. Love it. Love Life of Fred. It's such a fit for a lot of families. Yes.
BK.
Okay.
See what BK said?
You know what? It took me a while. Be Kayla. I don't. It took me a while, girl. Part of it is, anyway. Yeah.
What do you think of IEW?
Love it. Love it. Okay, someone said, I use it because I used it for elementary. Okay, but I'm so busy. Yes, exactly. I agree with you. Who was that just said that? Okay. IEW is one of the most reputable writing programs in the homeschool space. I don't use it, though.
Elaine.
But your kid will learn how to write.
So Elaine, who I guess
is Elaine getting me in trouble?
She's the one who cracked open the door with.
Who's Elaine? Elaine.
She's in her second month. What do you recommend?
Oh my goodness, Elaine only in her second month and is getting me to spill the beans. Well, what kind of homeschooler are you, Elaine? Are you traditional? Are you Charlotte Mason? Are you classical? Are you unschooly? What are you? We can recommend stuff for you. Yeah, IEW is dry. Yeah, I don't use it, but it will teach your kid how to write. It will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, ladies, you know what?
Right.
Just ask whatever you want. I'm not the filter that she normally has. I don't have tonight, so.
Name is Rachel, first-time homeschooler. I've taught over 11 years online and brick and mortar, and she's homeschooling now. That's so cool.
Double tap. Let's encourage her. That's awesome. That's so fantastic. Yay.
Hedvika. Are most curriculums approved? Does my curriculum need to be approved by the district?
No.
Heck to the no.
Heck to the no, girl. Who is this? I love that she asked it. You know, and you're not in trouble. I'm just loving that you asked it because, what's her name?
Hedvika.
Hedvika. Girl, no. No. We raise our kids. We make the decisions for what is best for them. No, you do not even need an accredited high school diploma in our country. It is considered discriminatory to require a diploma from an accredited school to get into college. In fact, colleges are recruiting homeschoolers more than they ever have before because homeschoolers complete college at a higher rate than non-homeschoolers. So you do not need, that is in your state, it may be one way to legally homeschool, but you do not need to do that. You contact HSLDA and find out how to legally homeschool in your state, and you do not need a per se accredited curriculum to do it. And if my state ever required that, I would move. I don't want them telling me how my kids should learn and what they should learn. No.
Somebody said, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah. We don't need to be told what to do.
Muggle Weasel.
Muggle Weasel.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
How do I get my public school teacher husband on board with homeschooling through high school?
Oh.
Great question, Muggle.
Send him my TikToks. And you know what else? When my book comes out. Okay, you and me. Who is this? Muggle? Someone? Muggle.
Weasley.
When my book comes out, okay, you email me. And you say, hey, I'm Muggle Weasel from December whatever, 2022. And you promised me a signed copy of your book to send to my husband. I will write him a note and I will sign it in the book and give you a copy of my book. Yeah.
Kendra jumped on. Former public school
Kendra. Okay, Kendra, have you been on a while? Because I'm in a mood. right now, Kendra. She's in a mood.
And she's saying, I left the high school. I left homeschool because the system's so flawed.
Yeah. Yep.
Kay Tholio taught 11 years in public private, now in my 4th homeschooling.
Wait, hold on. Someone wants to switch from Bob Jones to The Good and the Beautiful. Yes. Please do. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't represent The Good and the Beautiful. I'm just saying, yeah, do that. It'll be just more life-giving for everybody.
Kendra just got in.
Okay.
Gail
Good.
Jones, first time special needs Kendra homeschool mama. After 19-year-old went through the public school system.
Yep. Good for you. Awesome. I'd love to have you in my community.
Gail says, so glad I found you.
Yay, Gail. I'm glad you found me. You don't have to be in my community. I'm just glad you found me, but I'd love to have you there.
Currently using Amelin. Currently using Bob Jones for 6th grade
Yep.
math, and it's very time-consuming
Yep.
and expensive.
Yeah, you don't need to do it. You don't need to. There's other math programs that are awesome.
Susan, new homeschooler here.
That aren't so time-consuming, busy, worky.
Yeah. Susan, new homeschooler here. My daughter was
Hi,
diagnosed
Susan.
with type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
Considered it for a while, and we finally did it.
Okay, good for you. Yeah, that's pretty high risk for her medically to be in the system. I completely understand that. I had a very close friend growing up with type 1, and it was a challenge. It was a challenge for her. So I completely understand why you made that decision. Yeah.
Yeah. Nervous about...
Good for you. It's brave. It's brave of you.
Oh, let's do Husky Kid. My 8th grader begged to go back to public school this year, and I let him. And
Okay.
we are all miserable.
Oh, no. Okay, but here's the thing. Maybe it wasn't a bad thing. Maybe it was not a bad thing that you let him go back. Because now he knows. Does he want to be homeschooled again? You can pull him at any time. You can start having conversations about it. It might not be a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Danielle...
But anyway, let me talk more. Don't stop there. Talk more.
Danielle DeFabis. With everything going on, COVID, bullying,
Yeah.
I just need help with my fear of homeschooling.
Oh, okay. One, grab my completely free 26-page how to homeschool guide while I take my sip of coffee. Hold on. My little girl made this. Her thing is coffee, and she's really good at it. Hold on. She put half and half in here, and I think she might have put stevia. It's so good. And she put a straw. It's hot, but I'm still going to drink from the straw she gave me. She's just so cute. Okay. Did I fully answer that question yet?
Just need help with fear of homeschooling.
Okay, the fear. Okay. Let's talk about the fear of homeschooling for a second. I think it's a worthy question to ask. I think that you are really self-aware that you realize that's the issue, because often when people are fearful, they will attack. They won't actually be able to admit that it's something that they're scared about. So often people will say, like, homeschool, be around my kids all day? Heck no, when actually they're scared to be around their kids all day. So I love that you are like, no, like, I have fears around this, because this is the thing. We all have fears. What I want to remind you of is that the highest predictors for academic success have nothing to do with curriculum, the school you're in, anything. It has to do with parent involvement. So the most important aspect of your kid's education, whether your kid is homeschooled or is in public school, is you and how much you care and that you love them. And I can reassure you that the resources available to us are world-class resources. Literally none are better than what we have at our fingertips as homeschool moms. So you can provide the best education possible, better than the most hoity-toity private school. You can provide that at a fraction of the cost, and you can do it so much better. And you don't need to be a smarter person. You just need to know how to source. Seriously. And that is what is so cool about homeschooling, is we have resources at our fingertips that are just amazing. You can do it. You can do it. Can we give her some hugs? Hearts and hugs, because she can do it. Can you encourage her? So you guys, if you see me not get to a comment, please encourage the mamas in here. Okay.
There are so many questions that are rolling in on
Okay.
TikTok. There's
Okay.
just so many.
Okay, so many questions. Please help one another if I can't get to the questions, but I will try to get to as many as I can. Okay.
Husky Kid, just to follow up on that one.
Okay.
He just wanted to be around more people on a regular basis when we live in a very rural area.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, Husky Mama. Yeah, I get it.
But he hates homeschool. He wants to play.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I totally
maybe
get
it's a
it.
curriculum.
Yeah. It could be. Yeah, it could be. You're so welcome, Danielle. Yeah, I understand your predicament, especially if you live in a rural area. Absolutely.
What's a good curriculum for special needs?
There are so many. And here's the thing about special needs. Now, I don't know what your child's diagnosis is. So I have read thousands of IEPs. We implemented IEPs at my center. We got really good results. We had specialists that worked under us. So I don't know what your child's specific special needs are. But in general, what I would say about homeschool curriculum is the thing about homeschool curriculum is we are the masters of the curriculum. It's not the master of us. So we can adapt it however we want to adapt it. And that's what I love. That's one thing I love about homeschooling. So what I will say is that never in my life have I seen an accommodation on an IEP. Now, an accommodation is what you see at the very end, and it says, this child needs extra time on tests. This child needs a quiet place to study. This child needs the questions read out loud to them on test day. All sorts of accommodations. I have never come across a single accommodation on IEP that cannot be beautifully executed by a mother or a father at home. IEPs, those accommodations on IEPs are because this child is in a system where it is a factory style education, and they're making accommodations so that this kid can be on that conveyor belt. But homeschooling, you're off the conveyor belt. You're not even on it. You don't need to be. And so, but the result of having kids in the special education system, unfortunately, is a lot of shaming for them. They feel like something's wrong with them. They can't learn right. Why am I in a special class? Why do I need extra time? That's really hard on kids emotionally, and there's been studies done on this. This is not just me spouting my opinion. There's been studies done on the outcomes of children who are in the special ed system, and they're not good. But if you homeschool your child, their diagnoses doesn't mean anything. It doesn't even need to be talked about because there's nothing wrong with them. They're differently wired. There's nothing wrong with them, and you can customize their education for them, and they can love learning, and they can learn at their pace, and they can flourish. Moms, come in here. If you have a special needs child, forgive me for saying it that way. If you have a child who has special needs, can you put in the comments what homeschooling has done for you and your child? How it has transformed your life? What it was like before and what it is like now. Because I get the comments on my videos. I get the thousands and thousands of comments, but I want you to see it right now. Okay? There is nothing wrong with a child, any child. So what if a child is wired differently? If they're neurodivergent, so what? Why do we need to label them? We need to label them because they can't learn in the industrialized factory way. That's why we have to label them and call them different. And they think they're dumb. And actually, most of these students are more brilliant than the rest. It breaks my heart. I watched my sister go through the system and how she was treated. It's not okay.
Oh, so many incredible
Yeah.
comments. I'm on year 4 with my 16-year-old junior. No
Yeah.
more crying, no more anxiety.
Yes.
She is driven and flourishing.
Who are you? Can we be best
Kristen
friends?
Gore.
Kristen.
Lynn's Goudot. Wow, you speak with such power, Christy. Thank you.
Oh.
In just a week, she has been able to read. Her anxiety is gone.
People don't realize we had a lot of kids that were diagnosed with all sorts of learning disabilities. And when it came down to it, there were quite a few where their issue was only anxiety, but it was masking as other things. School anxiety. It's a big problem.
B, my older child got bullied in kinder.
Oh,
Public school.
yeah.
Kinder.
Who gets bullied in kinder? Like, that's terrible. It's awful. Like, kids, they should be learning to read under a blanket with hot chocolate. They shouldn't be bullied when they are 5.
Amelin.
Like, these are kids, you guys.
Amelin. We made it through our first half of 6th grade. Homeschooling has been life-changing.
Oh.
Every time I start second-guessing what I'm doing, I find you this live and it puts my heart at ease.
Oh my goodness. You are so sweet. What is your first name?
Amelin.
Hi, Amelin. Hi. No pressure, but I would love to know you in my community. No pressure at all. It's not a fit for everybody, but if that's something that you've been thinking about, I would love to have you in there. My community is in founding members right now, and the doors are closing to join founding members December 15th. If you have any questions about what that means to be a founding member in my community, just ask me tonight. You can find the information in the link in my bio. I believe it's the second button tonight in my link tree. And ask me anything that you want about what that means. But basically, I started this community because who's feeding the homeschool moms? I am. I want to feed the homeschool moms. I want you to be confident homeschoolers. I want you to thrive yourselves while your kids are thriving. I already know your kids are thriving, but are you? And this can be a life-giving life for you as well as your kids. But it takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of heart work. It takes a little bit of deschooling. And my group also helps with the practical stuff too. Don't get me wrong. We provide really cool lessons that make you like the cool, fun homeschool mom without having to do anything. And so we give deliverables each month, but I also teach workshops in there. Today's workshop was how to thrive, not just survive the holidays. It was such a sweet time with the mamas today. I loved it so much. We have discussion groups in there. We have office hours where you get to ask me and other mentors your homeschooling questions. So it's basically like coaching for a fraction of the price of a consultation. And it is right now in founding members phase. And it is open until December 15th. And then the doors to be a founding member are closing. In the spring, we are reopening, but it will be at full price. Right now, it is half price because you are a founding member. So if you have any questions about that, please ask and go to the link in my bio to get more information about it. But quite frankly, it is a steal for the amount of coaching and mentoring and support that you get in your homeschool journey. And moms are coming in like faster than I can even imagine. I did not even imagine how successful and how hungry moms were to be fed. It just shows me that it was the time. Now was the time that I needed to do this because I cannot believe the overwhelming response of women who are joining the group. Has anyone joined tonight? Come in here and tell me if you did, because I want to say welcome.
Samantha Waller, is your community for unschoolers too?
Yes, we have lots of unschoolers in there. I support all homeschooling styles. But you have to be okay with, I'm also going to support a traditional schooler though. And I'm going to support a Charlotte Mason schooler. And I'm going to support you. Okay, so it's not an unschooling group. And it doesn't need to be, because we support you in who you are. We are also non-sectarian. So we are not a religious group and we're not a secular group. We support you with your priorities and how you want to homeschool. And trust me, there is so much that we have in common. We could talk to the end of our lives about all the things to support you in your homeschooling journey. We don't need to get bogged up in who's a creation-based homeschooler and who's a evolution. Like, we don't even need to go there. Like, there's so much to cover in terms of supporting one another. So
Yeah. The Blue Ridge home, you've been such a staple for me in our first year of homeschooling.
Oh.
So thankful for you.
can you email me and introduce yourself to me?
She might be in the group.
Are you in the group? See, the problem with you mamas that are in my group already is I see your TikTok handle and I can't connect the name with the TikTok handle.
B. Kayla says, can we join just for the homeschool talk community?
Yes, absolutely, B. Kayla. And there's a ton of that. There's tons of chats, and I'm in the chats too. So it is like the value of this community is insane. I don't know any community that does the value that my community does. So you will find your people. We even have like subgroups within the main group. So homeschoolers of preschoolers, homeschoolers of onlys, homeschoolers of high schoolers. So you can be in all these subgroups so you can connect with moms who are in the same sphere as you in your homeschooling journey. But then you also can benefit from the main group as well, which is really, really good. So it's all about mentoring and supporting you and making homeschooling life-giving for you.
And speaking of in the group, Love and Light, new in the group.
Love and Light, welcome. Okay, I'll introduce myself to you tomorrow.
Any curriculums to get kids outside? Projects, experiments?
Oh my goodness.
STEM, first grade.
So much. DM me. You're in the group right now. DM me and I'll reply to you with a whole bunch of like nature study curricula options. A good one, I'll say it right now. It's My Journey Westward. Who uses My Journey Westward? Anybody in here? You know what? Just go there. That is so good. I don't know a single mom who is in My Journey Westward who doesn't love it. I don't work with her at all. I've never even met her. I just know that moms love My Journey Westward. And I am considering joining myself.
B. Kayla wants to know, is there a subgroup for kids with a deployed parent?
There isn't. But I think there should be. There can absolutely be that.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. That's a really unique and challenging aspect of for a homeschool mom that I think you could really use support in. Yeah. And deployed, and maybe I would want your feedback on this first, but deployed, but I also know a few homeschool moms whose husbands, they travel for work, but they are gone like 20 days out of the month. So maybe that they could be, if there aren't enough moms with deployed husbands, maybe we could welcome traveling husbands as well. I don't know. I would want your feedback on that first because I would defer to you on that. I would defer to your wisdom on that first. But I think that would be really wonderful.
Susan says, yes, my husband's deploying soon.
Oh, man. Maybe we really need this, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Hangry Mom says...
Hangry. I love Hangry Mom. You're my favorite TikTok handle right now. I love you so much.
I think she's in the group.
Are you? Who are you in the group?
She says we should add a working mom subgroup too.
It's already there.
And other people are chiming in, yes.
Yeah, it's already there. You guys saw it, that it's already there, right? Yeah, working mom is already there.
Love and Light says, how do I DM you?
In the group?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you look at the, I was about to show you my phone, but this is my phone. It's if you're on your phone, it's in the bottom, it's right here. It's at the bottom in your phone. If you're on your computer, it's at the top, but it's a little messagey button. But if you've joined the group, before today, you have a DM waiting from me because I DM everybody who joins because I want to know you. I want to know how many kids you have, what kind of homeschooler you are.
Hangry Mom's Erin, 4 kids.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Yes.
Marketer with a woodworking husband. Ooh, cool.
Yeah. Awesome. I remember you now, Erin.
Allie, I missed the group thing. What group?
Do you guys want to say it? Who is that?
Allie.
Allie. So if you need community, I have started a community and it is in founding members phase and it is open until December 15th, which is I think about a week from now. And then I'm closing the doors. But if you need community, if you have doubts about your homeschooling, if you are worried that you're not enough, if you don't have enough support in your real life, and maybe you do, and maybe you don't need this group, but this group I started so that I could mentor and feed homeschool moms. It's like the care and feeding of a homeschool mom, basically, where we have workshops, we have trainings, we have discussion groups, we have office hours where you come and I am there at every office hour, as well as other mentors where you can ask us questions and we will answer you right there on Zoom. And it's just really become such a sweet, it's become, Jessie voxed me today. You guys know Jessie because she works for me. She's a mentor in the group. And she voxed me today how overwhelmed she was with how sweet and lovely all the moms are in there. And they are. You guys are just the most precious mamas. And she was just, I can't believe I'm a part of this movement, is what she said, which meant the world to me because we've been friends forever. And I asked her to work for me. I was like, please, Jessie, will you come and be a mentor in my group? So anyway, if you want information about being a founding member in my group, it's in my link tree, right on all my socials, and it's the second button right now. Yeah.
Oh,
and if you join tonight, tell me in the comments so that I can welcome you tonight.
Stephanie says, love the last office hours. Thank you.
Oh, good, Stephanie. Yes, and I'm going to start recording them and posting them for replay because tons of people asked me to do that. Don't you think that's a good idea? I'm already posting the workshops, like today's workshop, I'm going to be posting as a replay so that no one misses it if they don't want to, but I think I'm going to post the office hours too. And I'm glad you were there.
I love butterflies. Are you on IG? I can't seem to DM you on here. Or she can just send an email.
Just send me an email.
Courtney over on Instagram, just so sweet, loving the community.
Hi,
so
Courtney.
Moms,
oh, I know
advice,
Courtney. Oh, so sweet. I'm so glad you're getting what you need already, Courtney. Yes, I know who you are. Yeah. That's wonderful.
And she's just encouraging Elaine because she's extremely lost and overwhelmed. Hope I'm not failing my son. We talked about Elaine earlier.
Okay, is Elaine on Instagram
Insta.
as well? Oh, that's so sweet that you're encouraging Elaine on there, Courtney. Thank you for doing that. That's so sweet. Those are the moms that are in my community. Like, we just love on each other and we support each other. Yeah.
Awesome. Ernie Lawrence over on Facebook.
I know Ernie. Why are you on Facebook tonight, Ernie, and not on TikTok?
He says, tutoring a kid right now, geometry, super smart, system utterly failing him. No proofs. No why, just what to do.
I know. Okay, Ernie, can we talk about the fact that geometry has gotten rid of proofs? Like.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
No, do you want to?
No.
You could go off on this because we go off on Scott and I go off on the fact.
I could, but you got to hear this. 3 sessions of tutoring. He was in tears about how much he had learned one-on-one, and his grandmother wants to exit him to homeschool. We are talking.
Did you guys hear that from Scott? Okay, Ernie. This is exactly why I left teaching, because I started helping kids after school. My school that I worked at, they came to me and they're like, hey, will you work with this particular kid after school? And then that went really well. And they said, hey, would you work with this particular kid after school? Hold on, someone wanted to go live with me. I don't know them. So unless it's someone that I know and love, I say no. I'm sorry if you asked to go live. I don't know you. Or maybe I do and I just didn't recognize you. No offense. Anyway, so I was amazed when I started working with kids outside of school because I was a classroom teacher. I could teach a kid in 50 minutes what it took me 3 weeks to teach in a classroom setting. And I just couldn't believe it. I was blown away. And I was like, this is why. Why are, like, the classroom model. In my book, I go into the reasons why the classroom model. I have a whole section on the history of compulsory schooling in my book that's coming out in 2024. So, but Ernie, that's really encouraging. And I'm really glad you've really inspired that young man. That's pretty darn cool. I know Ernie. He's a cool dude. Yeah.
Let's see.
And get over on TikTok, Ernie. What are you doing over there on Facebook?
I think this is Kelsey, single mom here with special needs 3-year-old daughter. Excited, nervous to homeschool. I just don't know where to start.
Kelsey, grab my 26-page free guide. It's free. It's 26 pages. Grab it. Oh, I think someone just joined the group. I love it when it dings.
Jay, do you have a recommendation on where to find reviews on secular curriculum?
Yes, Kathy Duffy. Can someone write that in the comments?
Yes.
Kathy Duffy. She is a curriculum reviewer, very objective. So she is exactly what you want.
We decided to homeschool. Do I pull my kindergartner out of school now or wait until the end of the year? This is Alexis Hausner.
Is your child miserable? If your child's miserable, pull them out now. They're only in kindergarten. Yeah. There's never a wrong time to pull your kid out of school. Yeah, Kathy Duffy's reviews are very objective. They're great.
Yeah.
She's a trustworthy source in the homeschool space for sure.
Trina, my husband wants to know, how do you keep track if they are comprehending the material? Are there tests?
Okay. I love this question. Who is this? What's her first name? Trina. Okay. So you can buy homeschool curriculum that gives your kid comprehension questions. Or you can read and talk about the books and then have amazing discussions that show how well your kid understood the book. You can read amazing living books and have these phenomenal, deep discussions with your kids about really cool ideas. And you don't need comprehension questions anymore if you do it. Isn't that cool? In fact, tonight at the Chinese restaurant, I took my kids to the Chinese restaurant. We took our kids to the Chinese restaurant tonight, which I'm super excited about because now I don't have a dirty kitchen. It may have cost us an arm and a leg, but I don't have a dirty kitchen right now. I will tomorrow. But at dinner, we were talking to my son, who is my oldest, and he came to me a couple months ago and was like, you know what, Mom, I'm just not really loving the curriculum, the literature curriculum this year. And we were just having a discussion about it, and it was more of a curriculum that checks for understanding. You have to answer in complete sentences. It's not a bad curriculum, but what I realized is that my son has matured past it. He doesn't need to be asked why Sally disobeyed her father in chapter 4. Like, we can go way, way deeper. And in our schools, unfortunately, that's what reading has come down to. Reading has come down to, can you answer the question that we asked you right after you read that chapter? Rather than, how has that chapter changed the way you think about human nature? How has that chapter changed you? What big ideas does this make you think further about? So, but full disclosure, I have a master's degree in history, and I will not let my kids even touch a textbook. So, full disclosure on that. We read living books to learn history, and we have amazing discussions in our home. And that's all you need. I don't even give my kids a vocabulary curriculum if they're reading the right books, not twaddle, not junk, not Goosebumps. If they're reading the good books, we don't need our kids to be in a vocabulary curriculum. And quite frankly, I don't even care if my kids can spell or not. I have them in a spelling curriculum, but I don't really care. Like, I don't test them every Friday. I'm not ignoring spelling, but I actually don't care. Do I have any support with that one? Did I cross a line?
Okay.
Did I?
No.
Is everyone leaving the live? Yeah.
Samantha.
Hi, Samantha.
Samantha, RG, and JIK just joined the group.
What? Oh my goodness. Welcome to the group. I'll DM you tomorrow. I cannot wait to meet you. Yay. How fun. It's going to be an awesome ride. Like, it is such a precious, special place, this group. Mean people are not allowed. If you're mean, don't come, okay? Because this is sacred ground, this community. It really is. So meanies, stay away. And crazies, stay away.
Welcome to Tiffany's. Me.
Oh, I love that username.
Hi. Homeschooler here, 6th grader. Interested in ACT, SAT prep. Thanks.
Perfect. Okay, you and me. So what you need to do is you need to go to collegeprepgenius.com, and it's in the first button in my bio. And you need to email Jean and say, hey, Jean, Christy Faith asked me to email you because she says you have a college roadmap. You have a roadmap. She'll reply, and she'll give you the roadmap. And the roadmap tells you what to do from 6th grade on, from 6th grade to 12th grade, literally what to do each year for not only college preparedness, but also how to get free college, which we all want. Jean started her company because her and her husband they were homeschoolers, and they could not afford college for their kids. And so they did a ton of research on scholarships, and they realized that how you can get free college. And so now she has a program that helps you get free college, and part of it is acing the SAT and the ACT, which you can ace. You can. Because these formulas, the logic in the tests can be mastered, and they really can. So email her, name drop. You can name drop. You guys can always name drop me. I just want you to know. And then copy me on it. Oh, that's a good idea. Copy me on the email. Copy the hello@christyfaith.com so that I get it too. And then I forget who answers her emails. But then you get ask for the curriculum roadmap, okay? Or it's not called curriculum roadmap. College roadmap. Is it called college roadmap?
I think so.
It tells you what to do for every year. And we're following it ourselves.
Elaine just joined the group over on Instagram.
Elaine, yay! I'm so glad you joined. I can't wait to meet you tomorrow. I'll DM you, okay? Yay! Awesome! All these people joining tonight. That's crazy.
Maddie,
Okay.
How do you get
Hi,
your
Maddie.
spouse on board?
Okay, Maddie. Yes. Jesse and I were talking today that we think we need to do a workshop in one of these months about unsupportive family. It might be a good idea, no promises. It might be a good idea for me to bring a really solid therapist in on that month to talk about unsupportive spouses and unsupportive extended family. So that's kind of what I'm mulling about. No promises. I'm just saying, I mean, we're going to cover the topic. It's just a matter of who will cover the topic in my group. But I would start not knowing your husband, not knowing if it's a healthy marriage or not. I'm going to assume it's a healthy marriage. I'm going to assume that he loves you and wants what's best for your kids. Am I getting hearts on that topic?
Yeah, B. Kayla, I love that idea. Unsupportive extended family.
Okay, wait. Is it like so good that I need to write it down right now?
Oh, I got you.
You got me? Okay. Because I don't think I have a pen right here. Okay. And Jesse was saying that today because in the workshop today, when we were talking about how to thrive during the holidays, so many moms in the comments thread in the Zoom were talking about in-laws and their mothers, their fathers, or in-laws who they're having to set really strong boundaries with this holiday season, partially because they're so negative and antagonistic about homeschooling. And so Jesse, after the Zoom, was like, Christy, I think we need to do a monthly workshop on this topic. And so, yeah. And then I'm getting all these hearts. So yes. Okay, so let's talk about your husband briefly. Okay, so I'm assuming you have a healthy marriage. He's a loving husband. He loves you. He loves your kids. He wants what's best for everybody. If that's the case, then he just needs education. He just needs the statistics and the data. So get him books like John Taylor Gatto. Go to my Amazon store. You don't have to buy the books from me. I get like 20 cents. Does not matter. But I made that Amazon store so that people could basically just see my book lists. John Taylor Gatto. Get that one. Get Crimes of the Educators. That's a great one. And have him read those. Dumbing Us Down. You know what? The first one you should buy is called Dumbing Us Down. Also, the second one you should buy for your husband is Hold On to Your Kids. Those two. If those two don't seal the deal, I don't know what will. And interestingly, when the publisher contacted me, my publisher, I don't know if you guys know, but I have a book coming out in 2024. And I'm super excited. When the publisher contacted me, the one issue was that there isn't really a modern case for homeschooling. There isn't there is no book right now. Like all of the really great homeschooling books are either religious or they're a book like Dumbing Us Down or Hold On to Your Kids. They're not actually homeschooling books, but they talk about problems that homeschooling can solve, but they're not homeschooling books. No one out there yet has made this connection. And so the publisher contacted me and they're like, we want you to write the next book on homeschooling. And I was like, heck yeah, are you kidding? I'm in. So it took a while, but yeah, the contracts are signed and my book is coming out in 2024. And I'm swinging for the fences, ladies. I am swinging for the fences. So it's going to be awesome.
All right, it's almost 9 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, it's almost 9?
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Anybody else have questions? I'm going to answer a couple more homeschooling questions. Ask now if you have a question about my community because the doors are closing to enroll December 15th. It is half off right now to join as a founding member, and then the doors are closing December 15th. When the doors reopen in the spring, it is full price. It will never be this price again. So if you not pressure to join, trust me, there are so many people joining, it's like overwhelming. But if you have questions, ask me right now because I can answer you right now. So.
Yeah. Welcome to Tiffany's. I want to know about the community.
Yes, go to the link in my bio. I believe it's a second button and you can read about it. Clicking that button doesn't mean that you're buying anything. Click the button just to learn what my community is to make sure it's a fit for you. And I would love to have you if it is a fit. If it's not a fit, then no. Like, but if it's what you need, then I want you there too.
Kara Sue the Dreamer. Is your book secular?
My book is secular. But you know what? I'm not. I am a faith-based homeschooler, and I make no apologies for it. In fact, in my group, in the onboarding Zoom, I say we are a non-sectarian group. We welcome everybody. Faith-based, secular, atheist, Jewish, Mormon, it does not matter what you are. My one rule is you may not be ashamed of what you are. So we support everyone in my group. So we are not a secular group because that means that we can't talk anything. You can't ask a religious question. And we are not a religious group, which means you can't ask a secular question. We support who you are in your homeschooling. It's a fit for me because I have always had a personal faith, but in my professional career, in my 20 years of education, I never incorporated religion in my advice in my business. Ever. I mean, it was just, I didn't own a faith-based company, so I didn't. So it's a very comfortable place for me to be in. And it's just not a problem. So, and it's been wonderful because moms are in there and they're like, hey, faith-based curriculum for literature. And then someone else is in there saying, hey, who knows a good secular curriculum for blah, blah, blah. And you know what? A Christian mom can help other mom with secular curriculum. And a secular mom can help another mom with faith-based curriculum. It's like we can all help each other. There's so many issues to talk about. There's so much that we have in common. That particular piece is really not important. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting what we're doing in there.
Muslims too?
Oh, yeah, of course, Muslims. Yes.
Korean, what is that? E.G. Korean. Why don't you teach spelling? My kiddo.
I do teach spelling.
Just want to know the reason behind it.
Oh, okay. I do teach it. I just don't care. So, how do I phrase this? It's just not, I don't think it's essential for the workforce later. I don't, my kids are like phenomenal readers and phenomenal writers. And quite frankly, what I have seen, because I'm coming from a world where I didn't just teach 3rd grade. I didn't just teach 11th grade. I taught K to 12. So we would often have the same student from 4th grade through college. The kids would even come to us for tutoring when they were in college. So, you start to see that spelling comes together on its own if you're just a really good reader. And also, we do spelling. So the curriculum that I use to teach my kids to read, it also incorporates spelling in it. And then I have spelling worksheets. But in the curriculum that I use, that curriculum wants me to give a spelling test every Friday. I just don't. As long as my kids are putting in their best effort in the workbook, I just don't. It's just not, there are so many, it's just one of the things in my homeschool that I've had to let go to just have it be a little bit more life-giving for me, because if I stress out about how my kids spell, it's like I'm more concerned about, are they falling in love with literature? But that's also my priority. So I want my kids to be bookworms. I want them to get lost in story. I want them to sit under a tree and read for 2 hours and then realize, oh my goodness, I have to pee. Like, that's what I want. But another mom might say, no, I want my kid to go to a spelling bee. And that's her priority, and I will help that mom with that priority. It's just not mine. And I don't think spelling is going to make or break a career, college admissions, or anything like that. Do you have anything to add about that?
They'll pick it up.
They'll pick it up. I know. Yeah, they'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Or not. Or not. Like my sister.
That's, well,
Yeah.
there's different stuff.
Yeah, there's different stuff, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we should probably.
This is fun tonight, you guys. Oh my goodness, you guys are so fun. So, any last questions before I go? It's already 9:05. It's so late.
H. Hi, I'm doing time for learning for my 6-year-old in math. He's 3rd grade, but science and social studies 2nd. For ELA, I'm doing workbook. Does that count as curriculum?
All that you mentioned is curriculum. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, you guys. If you have no pressure at all, if you need community, if you're feeling like you're not enough, if you're questioning whether you're doing this all wrong, my community is a place for you. So just read up on it. It is the second button in my bio. No pressure at all. If you know, you know. So don't even sweat it. I will see you next time. I love you guys. Everyone that joined the community today, I will be DMing you tomorrow. I'm so excited to do it and to meet you. It's going to be so fun. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.